Wow. Okay. So, did you see what happened with Waaree Renewable Technologies? The stock just took a nosedive, like a total plunge.
Yeah, I actually did. I mean, it's pretty dramatic, right? It hit the lower circuit, dropping a full 20% in a single day.
Exactly. 20%. That's huge. What on earth caused that? I mean, they were doing so well for a while.
Well, from what I've gathered, it seems the main trigger was the resignation of their chief financial officer, Dilip Panjwani.
Ah, okay. So, a key player leaving, I guess that makes sense, but a 20% drop, that seems excessive.
Well, the market can sometimes react like really strongly to these kinds of announcements, especially with something as vital as a CFO.
Right, I get that. So the news broke after market closing on the 7th, and then the stock just tanked from the 8th onwards.
Yeah, that's right. It's been on a losing streak for four consecutive sessions, leading to that massive drop on Monday.
Four sessions, that's rough. So it's not just a one day thing, but a sustained downturn.
Exactly. And it's kind of interesting because it's coming after a period of like crazy growth for them. They were up 101% over the past year.
Oh, wow. Over 100%? So they were like a total multi-bagger. Then suddenly, bam, down 50% in the last 6 months.
Yeah, and even worse, they're down almost 46% in just the last 3 months. It's, a really stark reversal. It's like a roller coaster, right?
A roller coaster indeed. That's quite a fall from grace. What else did you hear about trading and market cap?
Well, at around 1:15 p.m. on Monday, they had traded about 15.87 lakh shares worth 160 crore rupees, and the market cap was around 9,913 crore at that time.
So, a lot of shares changing hands, but the stock value still plummeting. I wonder if people were just trying to get out, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like there was a lot of selling pressure. And it also mentions that the stock has been put under an additional surveillance measure or ASM framework.
ASM framework, what is that actually? Is that like some sort of safety net?
Well, it's a regulatory thing that the stock exchanges and SEBI use to keep a closer eye on stocks that are showing excessive volatility or speculative trading.
Oh, so like a warning sign basically? The exchanges are keeping an extra close watch because things are a little too wild.
Yeah, that's it. It's meant to protect investors by like curbing those kinds of rapid swings in the market.
Makes sense. So, what does all of this mean for the stock technically, like on the charts?
Right? So technically, the stock is currently trading below all its short, medium, and long term exponential moving averages. That's not good.
Okay, below all the averages, that suggests a pretty strong downward trend, doesn't it?
Exactly. And it's oscillating near the 30 mark on the RSI. And RSI below 30 is considered oversold. So it might be in that territory.
Oversold. Okay, so like theoretically, it might bounce back at some point. That's what that means, right?
Yes, it means the stock is heavily sold and it could potentially be undervalued. But, there's no guarantee of a rebound.
Right. Nothing's guaranteed in the market. But it seems like they are facing a lot of challenges right now.
Yeah, and it's a good example of how, I mean, a single piece of news like a CFO's resignation can send ripples throughout the market.
Allah, absolutely. It just goes to show how sensitive the market can be and how crucial things like leadership stability are for investor confidence.
Definitely. It's like trying to navigate a maze when the walls keep shifting. And in this case, the CFO was one of the main guides.
Okay, I love the analogy. So, what's the key takeaway here for us then? What should our listeners keep in mind?
Well, I think it's important to remember that while a stock can deliver huge returns, it can also drop just as quickly. Always be prepared for volatility and diversify your portfolio.
That's solid advice. So, from mega gains to mega losses, and what we can all learn from it, huh?
Exactly. And maybe now we should keep an eye on this and see what's going to happen next with the Waaree Renewable Technologies.
Yeah, definitely. A fascinating case study to say the least. Well, now I'm wondering what other market curveballs we should be watching out for this week.
Right? And what other leadership changes might trigger similar reactions? We've got some digging to do, I think.